Ben back again, and I really wasted that title on that last video now, didn't I? So the Habs improved their record to 9-0-1 after a 3-0 win against the Vancouver Canucks that they had no business winning. Now, there's not really all that much good to talk about on the Habs side. They played pretty horribly, so I'm just going to kind of go through the goals real quick. Nice goal on the play. It's good to see him coming up into the rush, which we sorely need somebody else to do now that Subban's not gone. He's speedy. He's offensively gifted. I'm surprised it was his first goal of the year, 10 games in, but it was good to see him get a goal. Fourth line still doing work for the Habs. That was a nice speedy play by Philip Deneau with a nice pass to Torrey Mitchell, and another goal for Torrey Mitchell. He's leading the Habs in goals right now. Not something I would have been able to have predicted, or anybody probably would have been able to have predicted at the beginning of the season. And then that goal by Radulov was just kind of strange and ridiculous, because I understand that the call that if a guy has possession of the puck and is somehow has a penalty infracted upon him, that it's an automatic goal, but it did not seem like Radulov had control of the puck. I don't know how the rules work, if it doesn't matter, that if it's just him having the puck at all, I don't know. But anyway, it was a nice stat patter for my fantasy team, because I have Galchenyuk and Radulov are both on my fantasy team, so it was a nice free points for me. The main story of that game was, of course, Carey Price. Carey Price was just freaking insane last night. There was one play in particular where there was a shot on goal by the Canucks. I think it was in the first period, and there was kind of like a bit of a scrum and a mix-up in front of the net. The puck comes out to Carey's right side, and he sees the Canucks starting to bring it in towards the net. And for most goalies, it would be a complete desperation save to make a stop there. But no, he just casually I'm going to stick my stick back. Yeah, stick save. Okay. It's just insane to watch him. I don't know how many ways I can say that, but Carey Price is ridiculous. After last night's game, his stats were at 1.17 goals against average and 0.964 save percentage. And I don't think there is any goalie anywhere else in the world that can come anywhere near his level when he's healthy. But having said that, I still don't think his otherworldly play isn't the biggest factor in the Canadiens winning most nights, I think. Now, it sounds kind of strange after everything I've just said, but if you noticed last year, they still could have had at the beginning of last season, offensive production was way up like it is right now, but a lot of that had to do with the fact that they knew they had Carey Price behind them in net, and they could be more freewheeling and creative with the offense. So a certain amount of confidence comes with having Carey in the back in your net. Even if no offensive chances that are really dangerous happen to you on a certain night, the fact that you have Carey Price in your net makes you a lot more confident, a lot more able to play the puck more creatively. So I think that's just another factor in why Carey Price being healthy is so very important for the Canadiens team, even though they are a much better team this year, I think, than they were last year. But at the same time, we now have a far more capable backup in Al Montoya. After his 4 games he's played, he's 3-0-1, 1.47 goals against average, and 0.955 save percentage. So it's just like that, an upgrade of having him as your backup after Condon last year. Well, Condon became the starter, but it's just such a different level. And so the Habs can still have a little more confidence in the net, even if Price isn't in the game. So the Habs get a win on a night where they most definitely shouldn't have, but it sort of seemed like they were due for a stinker of a game, because other than maybe the Ottawa game, obviously they didn't look great, but they still got a shootout point. That's fine, but they still didn't look as bad as this game. And then the game against Toronto, they got the win, but they didn't look horrible, but they didn't look great either. So I think they were kind of due for a game like they had last night against the Canucks, but then they still got the win anyway. So I'm very cautiously optimistic about this team right now, because this start is looking a whole lot like last year's start, and I'm not going to go bragging about anything anytime soon until we get to at least January. And if this shit's still happening, then maybe I'll brag about it a little bit, but nothing right now. But anyway, next game against Columbus on tomorrow night, and Montoya's in net, so that should be fun to watch. And then I'm going to the game in Montreal against Philly on Saturday. So that should be an interesting weekend. Should be fun. Anyway, see you guys next time.